If you have any sort of skin issue, you're probably asking yourself or have asked yourself in the past, why isn't my skincare routine working? Why can't I find products that are gonna finally help me? And there are many reasons for that, and I'm gonna go into some of those very important ones today. So obviously, there are so many different things that can impact our skin and cause acne or whatever other skin issue you may be dealing with, like periodontitis or rosacea, including both external reasons or internal, meaning hormonal imbalances, gut health, liver health, blood sugar balance, nutrient status, all these different things that ultimately impact our hormones, and then those hormones impact our skin and can be a big driver of acne and other skin conditions. So we're not gonna go into so much detail on the internal part. I address that in my other resources. So today I really want to address the external part, so the skincare, and why skincare just isn't helping. Like, why can't you find skincare that it's at least going to help a little bit? And this is especially true if you are like my usual client who really eats well, has a healthy lifestyle, yet still continues to struggle with acne and just cannot find answers as to why no skincare that they have tried has actually helped. Let me first explain a little bit about the skin barrier, this uppermost layer on our skin that you can touch, structurally called stratum corneum. And this is basically a structure composed of many layers of dead skin cells called corneocytes. So they're technically dead, but they're very functional, and we shouldn't confuse them for like just rotting corpses like this person did here. They have very, very important function. They're there for a reason. So there's still a lot of chemical processes happening, or should I say biochemical, in these cells and around these cells, even though they're dead. So they're protecting the healthy skin cells and living skin cells underneath, which aren't yet ready to face the harsh environment on the surface of your skin. So this skin barrier basically is that you can think of it as a shield on the surface of your skin, which protects your skin from harsh environment. It protects your skin from losing too much water from within, keeping your skin naturally moisturized. It's also actually performing a continuous natural exfoliation process, keeping your pores clear if this, process called desquamation is running as it should, because for a lot of us, it just isn't. But again, this is really all connected to what I'm going to talk about today. So there's really a lot of functions that the skin barrier does for us. And even though we knew about the skin barrier for decades now, it's a very, very established concept in dermatology. There is a lot of skincare practices, both old and new ones, that are just not in alignment with the skin barrier health. And this is what I'm trying to change. So today, let's talk briefly about why there's so much skincare that just isn't working for us. So reason number one is that you are using just wrong skincare for your skin type and for your skin condition. And this can be, again, due to a number of reasons. Maybe the skincare product has something that you are reacting to. Maybe you are using too many products at once, because all of them do have to contain some sort of additive, preservative, stabilizer, emulsifier, which can negatively impact the skin barrier. In my skin rebalancing protocol, I talk more deeply about the skin barrier and what I call healthy trio, which is kind of like going more in depth about the skin microbiome as well. So every single product that has a water phase has to also contain preservatives. So let's say we're using a 10-step skincare routine, we are disrupting our skin microbiome, because every single one of those products will contain a preservative, which can negatively impact that beneficial bacteria and microbes that are on our skin, which are helping to keep it healthy. So again, wrong use of product, too many products at once. So I would say for a lot of my clients, for example, they would use pretty good products, but there was just too many of them. And so when taken together, it just didn't create this good, sustainable routine that would work for them, which is why I find that oftentimes the simplest routines really do work the best, because they allow the skin to do its own thing and to heal itself and maintain itself. Okay, secondly, we have something that I call tolerance threshold. basically, whenever we are using all these popular skincare active ingredients, chemical exfoliants and retinols and vitamin C and all the things, they do introduce certain irritation to the skin. And so the skin has to be able to tolerate that irritation for us to really experience any benefits from that product. So, for example, I have found that using vitamin C while we're still dealing with lots of inflamed acne can really just bring so much irritation, and it's gonna kind of negate all the potential beneficial effects that vitamin C could otherwise bring. So again, you see, it's really about the context. And I mentioned this tolerance threshold because different people will have different tolerance threshold. So for example, some people would be able to use an exfoliant, a retinol, vitamin C, all within the same routine and almost within like the same day without so much issue, although those people are pretty rare in my experience. And then some of us do have a bit more sensitive acne prone skin, and we just cannot tolerate much. So we have to be very careful to not cross that tolerance threshold, because when we do cross it, we come into this territory where we have irritated the skin barrier so much and we have raised the inflammation in the skin barrier so much that we're basically just experiencing the downsides or the side effects of those products, and not the benefits that we otherwise could. So this is one major reason that people are just simply existing in this area where they have actually crossed their personal tolerance threshold. As an example, here I'm going to use a popular skincare line called Face Reality, which is one of those more potent products that some people can really see very good results with and very quickly. I'm going to explain in the last part of this video why people can see very quick results with these products and the potential downsides of that. So some people are, able to really reap benefits really good and very quickly. And then some people are going to experience skin worsening very quickly, more acne, more irritation, more inflammation, and they're gonna really just be confused, like, why is this happening? I thought this was a good product. And it could be a good product, let's say, but it's just that it was too potent, it was too powerful for what their skin barrier could tolerate. Okay, so I'm going to talk about in the last part of this video about this potency of product, because it really connects to this irritation potential and, the reason why so many of us have been existing in this area where we have already crossed our personal tolerance threshold. So a lot of Face Reality products that contain active ingredients, for example, this mandelic acid serum, will contain drying alcohols. So these are the ingredients that are used to basically make cracks in our skin barrier, literally, so that the active ingredient, like mandelic acid, can penetrate better and therefore work more quickly. However, here's the kicker. If your skin barrier isn't as robust and healthy, this damaging of the skin barrier can really inflame your skin barrier so much so that you're basically going to experience more irritation and more acne and not improvement of your acne. Whereas for somebody who comes into this routine with, let's say, Face Reality products such as this one, with a very healthy, very robust skin barrier, they can experience really quick and really good results. And some of them, like this client here, or it was a follower on Instagram, they experienced really good results, but it lasted a very short time. Why? Because the skin gets tired. This irritation builds in the skin barrier over time until you finally cross that tolerance threshold and are now existing in this, basically a situation where the inflammation in the skin barrier is too high to really facilitate clear skin and clearing up of your acne. So why are we using such drying alcohols in different products? So as I mentioned already, it is because they can make the product more potent and make it work more quickly. So they're called penetration enhancers because, as I said, they're kind of making these little cracks in the skin barrier. But again, this comes at a cost to the skin barrier and is oftentimes not a good fit for somebody with sensitive acne-prone skin. So those would be the top reasons why I see people really struggle to find skincare that is going to work for them, which is why I created my skin rebalancing protocol that really guides you step by step into really figuring out your skin type, the type of acne you have, the exact kind of like routine that you can have depending on your skin history, depending on your unique needs. Because as I said before, and I hope you gather from this this video, we are all slightly different, and we have to kind of like tune and, you know, modify our skincare routine so that it really fits our unique skin needs. So I'll see you in the next lesson, where I'm going to talk about purging and why it's a myth and why it's really good to avoid purging as much as you can.